And I smile as I respire because I know they'll never win. There's a haze above my TV that changes everything I see. And maybe if I continue watching, I'll lose the traits that worry me. Can we fast forward till you go down with me? Stop there and let me correct it. I wanna live a life from a new perspective. You come along because I love your face, and I'll admire your expensive taste. And who cares, divine intervention? I wanna be praised from a new perspective. But leaving now would be a good idea, so catch me up on getting out of here. Taking everything for granted, but we still respect the time. We move along with some new passion, knowing everything is fine. And I would wait and watch the hours fall in 100 separate lines, but I regained repose and wondered how I ended up inside. Can we fast forward till you go down with me? Stop there and let me correct it. I wanna live a life from a new perspective. You come along because I love your face, and I'll admire your expensive taste. And who cares, divine intervention? I wanna be praised from a new perspective. But leaving now would be a good idea, so catch me up on getting out of here. Catch me up on getting out of here. But more to the point, I need to show is how much I can come and go. Other plans fell through and put a heavy load on you. I know there's no more that needs to be said. When I'm inching through your bed, just take a look around instead and watch me go. Stop there and let me correct it. I wanna live a life from a new perspective. Come along because I love your face, and I'll admire your expensive taste. And who cares, divine intervention? I wanna be praised from that new perspective. Believing now would be a good idea, so catch me up on getting out of here. It's not fair, just let me perfect it. Don't wanna live a life that is comprehensive, 'cause seeing clear would be a bad idea. Now catch me up on getting out of here. Catch me up on getting out of here. It's midnight as we cut through the city. Yeah, the streets are getting restless. Good times, bad decisions. Yeah, it's midnight and the sirens are mending some hearts. But we're the losers on the backseat, singing love will tear us apart. It's midnight, still avoiding tomorrow. It's midnight, but we're just getting going. We keep on running through a red light, like we're trying to burn the night away, 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 oh, this is my favorite part, oh, help me piece it all together, darling, before it falls apart. Help me piece it all together. It's midnight, the speakers are blowing. We want the bodies on the billboards, not the lives underneath them. And now I'm crawling up the walls again, and it's water past the world. And you said we'd leave this place in dust and fall from heaven straight through hell. You never knew what we had. You never knew what we had. We keep on running, running through a red light, like we're trying to burn the night away, 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 oh, away, away, oh, oh. Why we're always chasing after something, like we're trying to throw our lives away, 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 oh, away, away, oh, oh. This is my favorite part, oh. Help me piece it all together, darling, before it falls apart. Help me piece it all together. I can't remember, I can't remember, I can't remember. It's midnight, and secrets are flowing. Lips are getting looser, I don't know what I'm saying. We never knew what we had, I never knew what I had. We keep on running, running through that red light, like we're trying to burn the night away, 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 oh, away, 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 away. While we're always chasing after something, like we're trying to throw our lives away, 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 oh, away, 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 away. This is my favorite part, oh. Help me piece it all together before it falls apart. Help me piece it all together. I swear I don't miss you at all, and I barely still remember who's in the pictures on my wall. No, I can't recall your scent, jasmine, tuberose, lily, or your silly French accent, all but forgotten about those eyes. Shade of green, and if he'd seen Big F. Scott Fitzgerald cry, but I won't break down at 2 a.m. and call, 'cause I don't miss you at all. I'm sleeping fine, don't mean to boast, but I only dream about you once or twice a night at most, and it feels so good eating alone. But don't get distracted by your smile. I miss the green lights driving home, no signs of stopping. The house isn't far, but I think our song is coming on, and now I wanna crash the car, but I won't break down at 2 a.m. and call, 'cause I don't miss you at all. Someday I won't miss you at all. I was left to my own devices. Many days fell away with darkness from above. But if you close your eyes, does it almost feel like nothing's changed at all? And if you close your eyes, does it almost feel like you've been here before? How am I gonna be an optimist about this? How am I gonna be an optimist about this? We were caught up and lost in all of our vices. In your pose as the dust settles around us, and the walls kept tumbling down in the city that we love. Gray clouds roll over the hills, bringing darkness from above. But if you close your eyes, does it almost feel like nothing's changed at all? And if you close your eyes, does it almost feel like you've been here before? How am I gonna be an optimist about this? How am I gonna be an optimist about this? Do we begin? The rubble or our sins? Oh, where do we begin? The rubble or our sins? And the walls kept tumbling down in the city that we love. Gray clouds roll over the hills, bringing darkness from above. But if you close your eyes, does it almost feel like nothing's changed at all? And if you close your eyes, does it almost feel like you've been here before? How am I gonna be an optimist about this? How am I gonna be an optimist about this? If you close your eyes, does it almost feel like nothing's changed at all? Thank you, guys.
Capper Center for the Arts. This performance includes one 15-minute intermission. The use of all recording devices is prohibited. At this time, please turn off your cell phones. On behalf of the Visual and Performing Arts Division and the entire cast and crew, thank you for joining us.
If you do not understand my argument,
I declare it's Greek to me.
You are quoting Shakespeare.
If you claim to be more sinned against than sinning.
You are quoting Shakespeare.
If you recall your salad days.
You are quoting Shakespeare.
If you act more in sorrow than in anger, if your wish is father to the thoughts,
If your lost property has vanished into thin air.
You are quoting Shakespeare.
If you've ever refused to budge an inch or suffered from green-eyed jealousy.
If you have played fast and loose.
if you have been tongue-tied,
A tower of strength.
Hoodwinked or in a pickle.
If you have knitted your brows.
Made a virtue of necessity.
Insist on fair play.
Slept not one wink.
stood on ceremony,
Danced attendance on your lord or master.
Laughed yourself into stitches.
Had short shrift.
Cold comfort or too much of a good thing.
If you have seen better days or lived in a fool's paradise, why?
be that as it may,
The more fool you.
For's a foregone conclusion that you are, as good luck would have it, quoting Shakespeare.
If you think it is early days and clear out bag and baggage.
If you think it's high time, and that is the long and short of it.
If you believe the game is up, and truth will out you, even if it involves your own flesh and blood.
If you lie low to the crack of doom because you suspect foul play.
if you have your teeth set on edge at one fell swoop without rhyme or reason,
Then, to give the devil his due. For if the truth were known, for surely you have a tongue in your head, you are quoting Shakespeare.
Even if you bid me good riddance and send me packing.
If you wish, I was dead as a doornail.
If you think I am an eyesore.
A laughing stock.
the devil incarnate.
A stony-hearted villain.
Bloody-minded or blinking idiot.
Then by Jove!
Oh, Lord!
Talk.
For goodness sake!
what the dickens?
But me no buts.
It is all one to me.
For you are quoting Shakespeare.
All the infections the sun sucks up from fogs, fens, and flats. On prosper fall, make him by inch me a disease. His spirits hear me, and I needs must curse. They'll no fright me, pinch me, pitch me in the mire, nor lead me like a firebrand in the dark out of my way unless he bid him. Every trifle have they set upon me. Sometime like apes that mow and chatter and after bite me. Then like hedgehogs which lie tumbling in my barefoot way and mount their pricks at my footfall. Sometime am I all wound with adders with cloven tongues to hiss me into madness. Lo now, lo, here comes another spirit of his, and to torment me for bringing wood in slowly. I'll fall flat, and perchance he will not mind me.
Here's neither bush nor shrub to bear off any weather at all, and another storm brewing. I hear it sing in the winds. Yon same black cloud, yon huge one, looks like a foul bombard that would shed his liquor. If it should thunder as it did before, I know not where to hide my head. Yon same cloud cannot choose but fall by pale foes. What have we here?
A man or a fish? Dead or alive?
Woo! Woo!
A fish. Oh, he smells like a fish, a very ancient and fish-like smell. A kind not of the newest poor John, a strange fish. Were I in England, as once I was, and had but this fish painted, not a holiday fool there would give but a piece of silver. There, this monster would make a man. Any strange beast there makes a man. Where they will not give a doit to relieve a lame beggar, they will shovel out 10 to see a dead Indian. Legged like a man, and his fins like arms. Warm, oh my troth. I do now let loose my opinion. Hold it no longer. This is no fish, but an islander who hath lately suffered by a thunderbolt. Oh, alas, the storm has come again. My best way is to creep under his gabardine. There are no other shelter hereabouts. Misery acquaints a man with strange bedfellows. I will here shroud till the dregs of the storm be past.
I shall no more see. Here shall I die ashore. This is a scurvy tune to sing at a man's funeral, but here's my comfort. The master, the swabber, the boatswain, and I, the gunner and his mates, loved Moll, Meg, Mary Ann, and Marjorie. But nobody cared for Kate. For she had a tongue with a tang, would cry to a sailor, "Go hang!" For she loved not the savor of tar nor of pitch, but a tailor might scratch her where'er she did itch. So to sea, boys, and let her go hang. This is a scurvy tune too, but here's my comfort. What's the matter? Have we devils here? Do you put tricks upon me with savages and men of Ind? Huh? I have not escaped drowning to be afeard now of your four legs. For it hath been said, as proper as a man ever went on four legs should not make him give ground. And it will be said so again as long as Stefano raise our nostrils.
Spirits, don't me!
This is some monster of the isle with four legs who hath got, as I take it, an ague. Where the devil should we learn our language? I will give him relief if it be but for that. If I can recover him and keep him tame and bring him to Naples with me, he'll be a present for any emperor that trod on neat's leather.
Do not torment me, prithee! I'll bring my wood home faster!
Oh, he's in a fit now and does not talk after the wisest. He shall taste of my bottle. If he had never had wine afore, should go near to remove his fit. If I can recover him and keep him tame, I will not take too much from him, for he will pay for him that hath him, and that soundly.
I'll dust me yet, but this'll hurt. Thou wilt anon, I know it by thy trembling. Now prosper once upon thee!
Oh, come on your ways. This is that which will give you language, cat. Open your mouth. This will shake your shaking. I can tell you that and that soundly. You know not who's your friend. Here. Open your chaps again.
I should know that voice. It should be, but he is drowned. And these are devils. Oh, defend me!
Four legs. Two voices. A most delicate monster. His forward voice is to speak well of his friend, while his backwards voice is to utter foul speeches and to detract. If all the wine in my bottle shall recover him, I will help his ague. Come, Amen. I will pour some in thy other mouth.
Stefano!
Doth thy other mouth call me? Mercy, mercy. This is a devil and no monster. I will leave him. I have no long spoon.
But Stefano, if thou beest Stefano, touch me and speak to me, for I am Trinculo. Be not afeard, thy good friend Trinculo.
If thou beest Trinculo, come forth. I will pull thee by thy lesser legs. If any be Trinculos, these are they. Thou art very indeed, Trinculo. How camest to be siege of this mooncalf? Can he vent Trinculos?
I took him to be killed with a thunderbolt. Is the storm overblown? I hid me under the dead mooncalf's gabardine for fear of the storm. But art thou living, Stefano? Oh, Stefano, two Neapolitans escaped!
Oh, I prithee now, do not turn me about. My stomach is not constant.
These be fine things, and if they be not sprites, that is a brave god who bears celestial liquor. I will kneel to him.
How didst thou escape? How camest hither? Here, swear by this bottle how thou camest hither. I escaped upon a butt of sack, which the sailors heaved overboard. By this bottle, which I made from the bark of a tree with mine own hands since I was cast ashore.
I'll swear upon that bottle to be thy true subject, for thy liquor is not earthly.
Swear then how thou escaped.
Swim ashore, man like a duck. I can swim like a duck, I'll be sworn.
Come then, kiss the book. Oh, thou swim like a duck, thou art made like a goose.
Oh, Stefano, hast any more of this?
Oh, the whole butt, man. My cellar is in a rock down by the seaside where my wine is hid. How now, mooncalf? How does thine ague?
Hast thou not dropped from heaven?
Out of the moon I do assure thee. I was a man in the moon when time was.
I've seen thee in her, and I do adore thee. My mistress showed me thee, and thy dog and thy bush.
Oh, come then. Swear to that. We will furnish it anon with new content, swear.
By this good light, this is a very shallow monster. I have feared of him, a very weak monster. The man in the moon, a most poor, credulous monster. Well-drawn monster in good sooth.
I'll show thee every fertile inch of the island. I'll kiss thy foot, I prithee thee, my God.
By this light, this is a most poor, credulous monster. When his god's asleep, he'll rob his bottle.
I'll kiss thy foot, I swear myself thy subject.
Oh, come then. Down and swear.
Oh, I shall laugh myself to death at this puppy-headed monster. A most scurvy monster. I could find it in my heart to beat him.
Come, kiss.
Oh, but the poor monster's in drink. An abominable monster.
I'll bring thee to the best springs. I'll pluck thee berries. I'll fish for thee. I'll give thee wood enough. I'll plague upon the tyrant that I serve. I'll bear him no more sticks. But follow thee, thou wondrous man.
A most ridiculous monster to make a wonder out of a poor drunkard.
I'll bring thee where crabs grow, and I, with my long nails, will dig thee pig nuts. Show thee a jay's nest and how to snare the nimble marmoset. I'll bring thee the clustering filberts, and sometimes I'll get thee young scammels from the rock. Wilt thou go with me?
I prithee now, lead the way without any more talking. Trinculo, the king and all our company else being drowned, we will inherit here. Here, bear my bottle. We'll fill him by and by again.
Farewell, master, farewell!
A howling monster, a drunken monster.
No more dams I'll make for fish, no fetching firing, not requiring no sweet church, no watch dish. Bang, bang, pa-pa, bang, there's a new master, get a new man. Freedom, hey day, freedom, freedom, hey day, freedom!
Oh, brave monster!
Lead the way.
Lady Beatrice, have you wept all this while?
Yea, and I will weep a while longer.
I would not desire that.
You have no reason to. I do it freely.
Surely I do believe your fair cousin has been wronged.
How much might the man deserve of me that would right her?
Is there any way to show such friendship?
Very even way, but no such friend.
May a man do it?
It is a man's office, but it is not yours.
I do love nothing in this world so well as you. Is not that strange?
As strange as the thing I know not. It were possible for me to say I love nothing so well as you, but believe me not, and yet I lie not. I confess nothing, nor I deny nothing. I am sorry for my cousin.
By my sword, sweet Beatrice, that thou lovest me.
Do not swear and eat it.
I will swear by it that you love me, and I will make him eat it that say I love you not.
Will you not eat your word?
No sauce that can be devised to it. I protest. I love thee.
Why then? God forgive me.
What offense, sweet Beatrice?
You have stayed me in a happy hour. I was about to protest that I loved you.
Then do it with all thy heart.
I love you with so much of my heart that none is left to protest.
Come. Bid me do anything for thee.
Kill Claudio.
Not for the wide world.
You kill me to deny it. Farewell.
Tarry, good Beatrice.
No, I am gone though I am here.
Beatrice.
There is no loving you, may I pray you let me go.
Beatrice.
In faith I will go.
We'll be friends first.
You dare easier be friends with me than fight with mine enemy?
Is Claudio thine enemy?
Is he not approved the height of villain who hath slandered, scorned, dishonored my kinswoman?
Beatrice.
Oh, God, that I were a man, what?
Nay,
Bear
but
her in
Beatrice.
hands and take her in hands and with public accusation,
Beatrice.
uncovered slander, unmitigated rancor. Oh God, that I were a man, I would eat his heart in the marketplace. Sweet hero, she is wronged. She is slandered, she is undone. Princes and counties, a princely testimony, surely, a goodly count compact. That I were a man for his sake, or that any friend who would be a man for my sake, but manhood is melted into courtesy, and valor into compliment, and men are turned into tongue and trim ones too. He is now as valiant as Hercules, who only tells a lie and swears it. I cannot be a man with wishing, therefore I will die a woman with grieving.
By my hand, sweet Beatrice. I love thee.
Use it for my love some other way than swearing by it.
Think it in your soul that the Count Claudio hath wronged Hero?
Yea, as sure as I have a thought or a soul.
Enough. I'm engaged. I will challenge him. I'll kiss your hand, and so I leave you. Claudio shall render me a dear account. So you hear of me, so think of me. Go. Comfort your cousin. I must say she's dead. Farewell.
The honorable lady of the house? Which is she?
Speak to me, I shall answer for her. Your will.
Most radiant, exquisite, and unmatchable beauty, I pray you, tell me if this be the lady of the house, for I never saw her. I would be loath to cast away my speech, for besides that it is excellently well penned, I've taken great pains to comment. Good beauties, let me sustain no scorn. I am very comfortable, even to the least sinister usage.
Whence came you, sir?
I can say little more than I've studied, and that question's out of my part. Good gentleman, give me modest assurance if you be the lady of the house that I may proceed in my speech.
Are you a comedian?
No, my profound heart, yet by the very fangs of malice, I swear, I am not that I play. Are you the lady of the house?
If I do not usurp myself, I am.
Most certain if you are she, you do usurp yourself. For what is yours to bestow is not yours to reserve. But this is for my commission. I will on with my speech in your praise, then show you the heart of my message.
Come to what is important in it, I forgive you the praise.
Alas, I took great pains to study it, and 'tis poetical.
It is the more like to be feigned, I pray you keep it in. I heard you were saucy at my gates and allowed your reproach rather to wonder at you than to hear you. If you be not mad, be gone. If you have reason, be brief. 'Tis not the time of mood with me to make one in so skipping a dialogue.
Will you hoist sail, sir? Here lies your way.
No, good swabber, I'm to hold here a little longer. Some mollification for your giant sweet beauty?
Tell me your mind.
I am a messenger.
Sure, you have some hideous matter to deliver, when the courtesy of it is so fearful. Speak your office.
It alone concerns your ear. I bring no overture of war, no taxation of homage. I hold the olive in my hand. My words are as full of peace as matter.
Yet you began rudely. What are you? What would you?
The rudeness that hath appeared in me, I learned from my entertainment. What I am and what I would are as secret as maidenhood. To your ears, divinity. To any others, profanation.
Give us this place alone, you will hear this divinity. Now, sir, what is your text?
Most sweet.
A comfortable doctrine, and much might be said of it. Where lies your text?
In Orsino's bosom.
His bosom. In what chapter of his bosom?
To answer by your method, in the first of his heart.
Oh, I have read it. It is heresy. Have you no more to say?
Good madam, let me see your face.
Have you any commission from your lord to negotiate with my face? You are now out of your text. But we will draw the curtain and show you the picture. Look you, sir, such a one I was this present. Is not well done.
Excellently done, if God did all.
'Tis in grain, sir, 'twill endure wind and weather.
'Tis beauty truly blent, whose red and white nature's own sweet and cunning hand laid on lady. You are the cruelest she alive, here to lead these graces to the grave and leave the world no copy.
Oh, I will not be so hard-hearted. I shall give out diverse schedules of my beauty. It shall be inventoried, and every particle and utensil labeled to my will. As item, 2 lips in different red. Item, 2 gray eyes with lids to them. Item, 1 neck, 1 chin, and so forth. Were you sent hither to praise me?
I see what you are. You are too proud. But if you were the devil, you are fair. My lord and master loves you. Oh, such love could be but recompensed, though you were crowned the non-apparel of beauty.
How does he love me?
With adorations, fertile tears with groans that thunder love with sighs of fire.
Your lord does know my mind, but I cannot love him. Yet I suppose him virtuous, know him noble, of great estate, of fresh and stainless youth, and voices well divulged, free, learned, and valiant, and in the dimension and the shape of nature, a gracious person. But I cannot love him. He might have took his answer long ago.
If I did love you in my master's flame with such a suffering, such a deadly life, in your denial I would find no sense. I would not understand it.
Why? What would you?
Make me a willow cabin at your gate and call upon my soul within the house. Write loyal cantons of contemned love and sing them loud even in the dead of night. Halloo your name to the reverberate hills, make the babbling gossip in the air cry out, Olivia, oh, you should not rest between the elements of air and earth, but you should pity me.
You might do much. What is your parentage?
Above my fortunes, yet my state as well. I am a gentleman.
Get you to your lord. I let him sin no more. I cannot love him. Unless you were to come to me again to tell me how he takes it. Fare you well. I thank you for your pains. Spend this for me.
I'm no feed post, lady. Keep your purse. My master, not myself, lacks recompense. Love make his heart a flint that you shall love, and let your fervor, like my master's, be placed in contempt. Farewell, fair cruelty.
What is your parentage? Above my fortunes, yet my state as well. I am a gentleman. Be sworn thou art. Thy tongue, thy face, thy limbs, actions, and spirit do give thee fivefold blazon. Not too fast. Soft, soft. Unless the master were the man. Oh, how quickly may one catch the plague. Methinks I feel this youth's perfections with an invisible and subtle stealth to creep in at mine eyes. Well, let it be. What ho, Malvolio?
Here, madam, at your service.
Run after that same peevish messenger, the county's man. Would I or not, tell him I'll none of it. Desire him not to flatter with his lord, nor hold him up with hopes I am not for him. Give this ring to him. If that the youth will come this way tomorrow, I'll give him reason for it. Hide me, Malvolio.
Madam, I will.
I know not what, and fear to find. Mine eye too great a flatterer for my mind. Fate, show thy force. Ourselves we do not owe. What is decreed must be, and be this so.
comforted, dear madam?
No, I will not. All strange and terrible events are welcome, but our comforts we despise. Our sighs of sorrow proportioned to our cause must be as great as that which makes it. How now is he dead?
His death's upon him, but not dead. The gods have brought him thither.
Oh, son, thou burn thou greatest fear that moveth in. Antony! Antony! Help Charmian! Help Iris! Help friends! Let's draw him hither!
The pigs! Not Caesar's valor hath o'erthrown Antony. Oh, but Antony's hath triumphed on itself.
So it should be that Antony should conquer Antony, but woe 'tis so.
I am dying, Egypt, dying. Only I hear importune death a while until of many thousand kisses the poor last I lay upon thy lips.
I dare not, dear. Lest I be taken, not even the full fortune Caesar shall be broached with me. If knives, drugs have edged in your operation, I am safe. Your wife, Octavia, in her modest eyes, and still conclusion demurring upon me. Women, help! Assist, good friends!
Quick, or I am gone.
Here's sport indeed, my lord. How heavy makes the weight. Our strength has gone into heaviness. Had I the great Juno's power, or the strong-winged Mercury to fetch thee up and set thee by Jove's side, wishes were ever fools. Come, welcome. Die where thou hast lived. Quicken with kissing. If my lips had that power, dust would wear them out.
'Tis a heavy sight. I am dying, Egypt, dying. Give me some wine and let me speak a little.
No, let me speak, and let me rail so high that the false fortune housewife break her will, provoked by my offense.
One word, sweet queen. Of Caesar, seek your honor with your safety.
They do not go together.
Gentle, hear me! None about Caesar trust, but Proculius.
My resolution in my hands I will trust, none about Caesar.
Miserable chains now at my end lament, nor sorrow at. But please your thoughts in feeding them with those my former fortunes, wherein I lived the greatest prince of the world, the noblest. And do now not basely die, not cowardly put off my helmet to my countrymen. A Roman, by a Roman valiantly vanquished. Now my spirit is going. I can no more.
Noblest of men who to die, hast thou no care for me? Shall I abide in this old world that is no better than a sty? O crown, earth doth melt, my lord. O withered is the garland of war. The soldier's pole has fallen. Young boys and girls are now level with men. All odds are gone, and there is nothing left beneath the visiting moon.
Quiet, Miss Lady.
She is dead too, our sovereign.
Lady?
Madam?
Oh, madam!
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 Royal Egypt Empress!
Peace, sirs. Peace.
If it were for me to throw my scepter at the interest God and tell them that this world were equally theirs till they've stolen our jewel. All's but not. Patience is Scottish and impatience become as mad as a dog that it is sin to rush into the house of death. Ere death come to us, women look! Our lamp is out. It's spent. Good sirs, take heart. It was brave. We will bury him after the high Roman fashion. This huge spirit is now cold. We have no friend but the resolution and the briefest end.
That you have wronged me doth appear in this. You have condemned and noted Lucius Pella for taking bribes here of the Sardians, wherein my letters praying on his side because I knew the man were slighted off.
You wronged yourself to write in such a case.
In such a time as this, it is not meet that every nice offense should bear his comment.
Let me tell you, Cassius, you yourself are much condemned to having an itching palm, to sell and march your officers for gold to undeservers.
I, an itching palm? You know you are Brutus that speak this, or by the gods this speech were else your last.
The name of Cassius honors this corruption. Chastisement doth therefore hide her head.
Chastisement.
Remember March, the Ides of March. Did not great Julius bleed for justice' sake? What villain that stabbed his body but not for justice? What shall one of us that struck the foremost man of all this world but for supporting robbers? Shall we now contaminate our fingers with base bribes and sell the mighty space of our honors for so much trash as may be grasped thus? I'd rather be a dog and bay the moon than such a Roman.
Brutus, bait not me. I'll not endure it. You forget yourself to hedge me in. I am a soldier, older in practice, abler than yourself to make conditions.
Go to. You are not Cassius.
I am.
I say you are not.
Urge me no more. Have mind upon your help. I shall forget myself. Tempt me no farther.
Away, slight woman.
It's possible.
Hear me, for I will speak. Must I give way to your rash choler? Must I be frightened when a madman stares?
Oh, ye gods, must I endure all this?
All this. I more. Fret till your proud heart break. Go show your slaves how choleric you are. Make your bondmen tremble. Must I observe you? Must I stand and crouch under your testy humor? By the gods, you will digest the venom of your spleen, though it do split you. For from this day forth I'll use you for my mirth, yea, my laughter, when you are waspish.
Is it come to this?
You say you are a better soldier. Make your vaunting true. It shall please him well for mine own part. I shall be glad to learn of noble men.
You wrong me, Brutus. You wronged me every way. I said an older soldier, not a better. Did I say better?
If you did, I care not.
When Caesar lived, he durst not thus have moved me.
Peace. You durst not so have tempted him.
I durst not.
No.
What, durst not tempt him?
For your life, you durst not.
Do not presume too much upon my love. I may do that I shall be sorry for.
You have done that you should be sorry for. There's no terror in your threats, Cassius. For I am armed so strong in honesty that they pass me by as the Ida wind, which I respect not. I did send you for gold, which you denied me. For I can make no money by vile means. I'd rather coin my heart and drop my blood for drachmas than to wring from the hard hands of peasants by any indirection. I did send you for gold to pay my legions, which you denied me. Was that done like Cassius? Should I have answered Cassius so, when Marta Brutus grows so covetous to lock rascal counselors from her friends? Be ready, gods, with all of your thunderbolts, dash her to pieces.
I denied you not.
You did.
I did not. He was but a fool that brought my answer back. Brutus hath rived my heart. A friend should bear her friend's infirmities, but Brutus makes mine greater than they are.
I do not, till you practice them on me.
You love me not.
I do not like your faults.
A friendly eye could never see such faults.
A flatterer's would not, though they do appear as huge as high Olympus.
Oh, come, Antony and young Octavius, come. Revenge yourselves alone on Cassius, for Cassius is aweary of the world. Hated by one she loved, braved by her sister, checked like a bondman, all her faults observed, set in a notebook, learned and conned by rote to cast into my teeth. Oh, I could weep my spirit from mine eyes. There is my dagger, and here is my naked breast, within a heart dearer than Pluto's mine, richer than gold. If that thou beest a Roman, take it forth. I that denied thee gold will give my heart. Strike as thou didst at Caesar, for I know, when thou didst hate him worse, thou lovest him better than thou ever lovest Cassius.
Sheathe your dagger. Be angry when you will. It shall have scope. Dishonor shall be humor. O Cassius, you are yoked with the lamb who carries anger as a flint bears fire, who much in force shows a hasty spark, but straight is cold again.
If Cassius lived to be but mirth and laughter to her Brutus, when grief and blood ill temper vexeth her.
I was ill-tempered when I spoke that too.
Do you confess so much? Give me your hand.
And my heart too.
Oh, Brutus.
What's the matter?
Have you not love enough to bear with me when that rash humor which my mother gave me makes me forgetful?
Yes. And from henceforth, when you're over-earnest with your Brutus, she'll think of your mother's chides and leave you so.
Is this a dagger which I see before me? The handle toward my hand. Come, let me clutch thee. I have thee not, and yet I see thee still. Art thou not, fatal vision, sensible to feeling as to sight? Or art thou but a dagger of the mind, a false creation proceeding from the heat-oppressed brain? I see thee yet in form as palpable as this which now I draw. Thou marshallest me the way that I was going, and such an instrument I was to use. Mine eyes are made the fools of the other senses, or else worth all the rest. I see thee still, and on thy blade in dungeon gouts of blood, which was not so before. There's no such thing. It is the bloody business which informs thus to mine eyes. Now, o'er the one-half world, nature seems dead, and wicked dreams abuse the curtained sleep. Witchcraft celebrates pale Hecate's offerings, alarmed by his sentinel, the wolf, who howls his watch thus with his stealthy pace. With Tarquin's ravishing strides towards his design, moves like a ghost. Thou sure and firm set earth, hear not my steps, which way they walk, for fear thy very stones prate of my whereabout, and take the present horror from the time which now suits with it. Whilst I threat, he lives.
Words to the heat of deeds too cold breath gives. I go, and it is done. The bell invites me. Hear it not, Duncan! It is a knell that summons thee to heaven or to hell.
That which has made them drunk hath made me bold. What has quenched them hath given me fire. Peace. It's just the owl that shrieked. The fatal bellman which gives the sternest good night. He is about it. The doors are open, and the surfeited grooms do mock their charge with snores. I've drugged their passes, that death and nature do contend about them, whether they live or die. Yet, I'm afraid that they have awakened and 'tis not done. That the attempt and not the deed confound us. They laid their daggers ready, he could not miss them. Had he not resembled my father as he slept, I had done it.
I have done the deed. Didst thou not hear a noise?
I heard the owl scream and the crickets cry. Do not you speak.
When?
Now.
As I descended?
Aye.
Hark, who lies in the second chamber?
Donalbain.
This is a sorry sight.
A foolish thought to say a sorry sight.
This one did laugh in sleep, and one cried murder, that they did wake each other. I stood and heard them. But they did say their prayers and addressed them again to sleep.
They are two lodged together.
One cried, God bless us, and amen the other, as they had seen me with these hangman's hands. Listening their fear, I could not say amen when they did say God bless us.
Consider it not so deeply.
But wherefore could I not pronounce amen? I had most need of blessing and amens stuck in my throat.
These deeds must not be thought after these ways, or else they'll drive us mad.
Methought I heard a voice cry, sleep no more. Macbeth does murder sleep. The innocent sleep, sleep, that knits up the raveled sleeve of care, the death of each day's life, sore labor's battle, the balm of hurt minds, great nature's second course, chief nourisher in life's feast.
What do you mean?
Still it cried. Sleep no more. Through all the house, Cawdor hath murdered sleep. Therefore, Glamis shall sleep no more. Macbeth shall sleep no more.
Who was it that thus cried? Worthy Thane, you do unbend your noble strength to think so brain-sickly of things. Now go, get some water. Wash that filthy witness from your hand. Why have you brought these daggers to the place? They must lie there. Go, carry them and smear the sleeping grooms with blood.
I'll go no more. I am afraid to think of what I have done. Look on it again. I dare not.
In form of purpose. Give me the daggers. The sleeping and the dead are but as pictures. See, I have childhood that fears a painted devil. He do bleed. Now smear the faces of the grooms with olive oil. It must seem like guilt.
Whence is that knocking? How is it with me when every noise appalls me? And what hands are here? They pluck out mine eyes! Will all great Neptune's ocean wash this blood clean from my hand? No. No, my hand will rather the multitudinous seas and Encardenine, making the green one red.
My hands are of your color, but a shame to wear hearts so white. I hear a knocking at the south entry. Retire we to our chamber. A little water clears us of this deed. How easy is it then? Your constancy hath left you unattended. More knocking. Get on your nightgown. Let's the occasion go. Show us to be watchers. Be not lost so poorly in your thoughts.
To know my deed, 'twere best not know myself. Bring Duncan with thy knocking! I would thou couldst.
come to you with a tie that we cannot break, with a night that we can't replace. I'm lost but found with you in a bed that we'll never make. It's a feeling we always chase. I could write a book about the things that you said to me on the pillow, and the way you think and how you make me feel. You can fill my mind and move my body with the fiction fantasies. Just was what it is, we don't pretend it's real. So don't make promises to me that you're gonna break. We only ever wanted one thing from this. Don't paint wonderful lies on me that wash away. We only ever wanted one thing from this. Oh, in another place, in another time, what could we have been? Oh, oh, in another place, in another time, what could we have been? So lie to me tonight and pretend till the morning lies. Imagine that you aren't mine, 'cause when the sun will rise, with the truth coming out your eyes, we'll be good in another life. I could write a book about the things that you said to me on the pillow, and the way you think and how you make me feel. You can fill my mind and move my body with the fiction fantasies. Just call this what it is, we don't pretend it's real. So don't make promises to me that you're gonna break. We only ever wanted one thing from this. Don't paint wonderful lies on me that wash away. We only ever wanted one thing from this. Oh, in another place, in another time, what could we have been? Oh, oh, in another place, in another time, what could we have been? Felt like something special, but it never felt like love. Wonder what we could be living in another life. Just in the mirror and it looks a lot like love. But then you stop me talking as you kiss me from above. Don't make promises to me that you're gonna break. We only ever wanted one thing from this. Don't paint wonderful lies on me that wash away. We only ever wanted one thing from this. Oh, in another place, in another time, what could we have been? Oh, oh, in another place, in another time, what could we have been? In another time and in another place.
Full many a glorious morning have I seen flatter the mountaintops with sovereign eye, kissing with golden face the meadows green, gilding pale streams with heavenly alchemy. Anon permit the basest clouds to ride, with ugly wrack on his celestial face, and from the forlorn world his visage hide, stealing unseen to west with this disgrace. Even so my sun one early morn did shine, with all triumphant splendor on my brow, but out, alack, he was but 1 hour mine. The region cloud hath masked him from me now. Yet him for this my love no whit disdaineth. Sons of the world may stain when heaven's sun staineth.
I wonder if Titania be awakened. Then what next came in her eye, which she must dote on in extremity. Here comes my messenger. How now, mad spirit? What night rule about this haunted grove?
My mistress of the monster is in love, near her close and consecrated bower, while she was in her dull and sleeping hour. A crew of patches, rude mechanicals, work for bread upon Athenian stalls, were met together to rehearse a play intended for great Theseus' nuptial day. The shallowest thick skin of that barren sort, who Pyramus presented in their sport, forsook his scene and entered in a break, when I did him at this advantage take. An ass's knoll I fixed on his head, and on his Thisbe must be answered, and forth my mimic comes. When they him spy as wild geese the creeping fowler eye, or russet padded coves, many in sort, rising and cawing at the gun's report, sever themselves and madly sweep the sky, so at his sight away his fellows did fly. Here at our stamp, or one falls, he murder cries and help from Athens calls. Their sense thus weak lost and their fears thus strong, made senseless things begin to do them wrong. For briars and thorns at their peril snatch, some sleeves, some hats, for yielders all things catch. I led them on in this distracted fear, left sweet Pyramus translated there, and in that moment, so it came to pass, Titania waked and straightway loved an ass!
This falls out better than I could devise. But hast thou latched the love juice in the Athenian's eye, as I bid thee do?
I took him sleeping, that is finished too, and the Athenian woman by his side, so when he waked, of force she must be eyed.
Stand aside. This is the same Athenian.
This is the woman, but not this the man.
Why rebuke you him that love you so? Lay breath so bitter on your bitter foe.
Now I but chide, but I should use thee worse. For thou, I fear, hast given me cause to curse. If thou hast slain Lysander in his sleeping, or shoes in blood, punch in deep, and kill me too. The sun was so untrue to the day as he was to me, when he had been stolen from sleeping Hermia. I believe this whole earth be bored, and may the moon through the center crept, and so displeased, with her brother's noontide with antipodes. So it should be that thou hast murdered him then. So should a murderer look so dead, so grim?
Should the murdered look, and so should I. Pierced through the heart with your stern cruelty, at you, the murderer, look as bright, as clear, as yonder Venus in her glimmering sphere.
What's this to my Lysander? Where is he? Ha! Good Demetrius, wilt thou give him me?
I'd rather feed his carcass to my hounds.
Out, dog! Out, cur! Thou hast dogged me past the bounds of maiden's patience. Hast thou slain him then? Henceforth never numbered among men. Oh, tell true for my sake. Henceforth look upon him being awake. Hast thou killed him sleeping? Could not a worm, an adder, do so much? An adder did it. Double tongue, thou thine, thou serpent never adder stung.
You spin your passion on a misprized mood. I am not guilty of Lysander's blood, nor is he dead, for aught I can tell.
I pray thee, tell me then that he is well.
And if I could, what should I get there for?
A privilege, to see me no more. And by thy hated presence pour thy soul, see me no more, whether he be dead or no!
There is no following her in this fierce vein. Here, therefore, a while I shall remain. So sorrow's heaviness doth heavier grow. For sleep that bankrupt, sleep doth sorrow owe. Which in some slight measure it will pay, if for his tender here I'll make some stay.
hast thou done? Thou hast mistaken quite, and laid the love juice on some true love sight. Of thy misposition must perforce ensue. Some true turn false, and not false turn true.
Then fate forerules. One man holding troth, a million fail, confounding oath on oath.
About the wood, go swifter than the wind. And Helena of Athens, look thou find, all fancy love sick and pale of chair. With signs of love do the flesh blood dare, by some illusion bring her here, and I will charm his eyes in which she do appear.
I go, look how I go, swifter than the arrow from the Tartar's bow.
Flower of this purple dye, hits with Cupid's archer, let her shine as glorious as the Venus of the sky, and if she be by, beg of her for remedy.
Captain of our fairy band, Helena is here at hand, and the youth mistook by me, pleading for a lover's fee. What shall their fond pageants see? Oh, what fools these mortals be!
Stand close. The noise they make will cause Demetrius to awake.
Then will two at once woo one, that must needs be scored alone, and those things do best please me that befall preposterously.
Why should you think I should woo and scorn? Scorn and derision never come in tears. Look, when I vow, I weep, and vows so born, in their nativity all truth appears. How do these things in me seem scorn to you, bearing the badge of faith to prove them true?
Faith, you do advance your cunning more and more. When truth kills truth. Oh, devilish holy fray. These vows are Hermia's. Wait your roar. Weigh oath with oath, and you will nothing weigh. Your vows to her and me on two scales will even weigh, and both as light as tails.
I had no judgment when to her I swore.
No, not in my mind, and I give her o'er.
Demetrius loves her, and he loves not you.
Oh, Helena! Oh, goddess! Nymph! Perfect! Divine! To what, my love, shall I compare thine eyne? Oh, crystal is muddy, how ripe in show thy lips, those kissing cherries tempting grow, that pure congealed white, high Taurus snow, fanned by the eastern wind while thou holds up thy hand. Let me kiss this princess of pure white, this seal of bliss.
Spite! Oh, hell! I see. You all are setting set against me for your merriment. If you were civil and knew courtesy, you would not do me thus much injury. Can you not hate me as I know you do, but must you join in souls to mock me too? If you were men, as men you are in show, you would not use a gentle lady so, to vow and swear and super praise my parts when I am sure you hate me with your hearts. You both are rivals and love Hermia, and now both rivals to mock Helena. A trim exploit, a manly enterprise, to conjure tears up in a poor maid's eyes with your derision. None of noble sort would so offend a virgin, extort a poor soul's patience, all to make you sport.
You are unkind, Demetrius. Be not so, for you love Hermia, this you know I know. And here, with all goodwill, with all my heart, in Hermia's love I yield you up my part. And yours of Helena, to me bequeath, whom I do love and will do till my death.
Never did mockers waste more idle breath.
Lysander, keep thy Hermia. If e'er I loved her, all that love is gone. My heart to her was but guest-wise sojourned, and now is it home to Helen, there to remain.
Helen, it is not so.
Disparage the faith thou dost not know, lest to thy apparel thy body dear. Oh, look, where thy love comes, yonder is thy dear.
Dark night, when the eye his function takes, the ear more quick apprehension makes. When doth it pays the seeing sense, it pays the hearing double recompense. Thou were not mine eye, Lysander found, mine ear I think thou sound.
Why should he stay whom love doth press to go?
What love could press Lysander from my side?
Lysander's love who would not let him by. Fair Helena, who more engilds the night than all you fiery O's and eyes of light. Why seekest thou me? Could not that make thee know the hate I bear in thee made me leave thee so?
You speak now as you think it cannot be.
Lo, she is of this confederacy. Now I perceive they have conjoined all three to fashion this false sport in spite of me. Injurious Hermia, most ungrateful maid, have you conspired, have you with these contrived to bait me with this foul derision? Is our sister's vows, the hours that we have spent together, where we had chid the hasty-footed time for parting us, is it all forgot? We, Hermia, like two artificial gods with our needles created both one flower, both on one sampler, sitting on one cushion, both warbling of one song, both in one key, as if our hands, sides, voices, and minds were incorporate. So we grew together, like to a double cherry, seeming parted, but yet a union in partition. Two lovely berries molded on one stem with two seeming bodies, but one heart. And now, will you rent our ancient love asunder to join with men in scorning your poor friend? It's not friendly, and 'tis not maidenly. Our sex as well as I may chide you for it, though I alone do feel the injury.
I am amazed at your passionate words. It seems that you scorn me and I scorn you not.
Did you not set Lysander as in scorn to follow me and praise my eyes and face? And your other love, Demetrius, who even but now did spur me with his foot, to call me goddess, nymph, divine and rare, precious, celestial. Wherefore speaks he this to her he hates? Wherefore does Lysander deny your love so rich within his soul and tender me forsooth affection, but by your setting on, by your consent? What? No, be not so in grace as you, so hung upon with love, so fortunate, but miserable most to love unloved. This you should pity rather than despise.
I understand not what you mean by this.
I do, preserver. Counterfeit sad looks. Make mouths upon me when I turn my back. Wink at each other. Hold this sweet jest up. This sport, well carried, shall be chronicled. If you have any pity, grace, or manners, you would not make me such an argument. Very well. 'Tis partly my own fault, which my death or absence soon shall around me.
Stay, gentle Helena. Hear my excuse, my love, my life, my soul,
Excellent.
fair Helena.
Sweet, do not scorn her so.
If she cannot entreat, I can compel.
Thou canst compel more than she entreats. Thy threats have no more strength than her weak prayers. Helen, I love thee. By my life I do. I swear by that which I will lose for thee, to prove him false that says I love thee not.
I say I can love thee more than he can do.
If thou say so, withdraw and prove it too.
Quick, come.
Lysander, we're to test all of this.
Away, you Ethiop.
Oh, no. He'll seek to break loose. Take on as you would follow, but yet come not. You're a tame man. Go.
Hang off, thou cat, thou burr, let loose, or I will shake thee from me like a serpent.
Why have you grown so rude? What change is this, sweet love?
Thy love? Out. Tawny taught her out. Thou loathed medicine, hated potion hence.
Do you not jest?
Yes, sooth, and so do you.
Demetrius, I will keep my word with thee.
I would I had your bond, for I perceive a weak bond holds you. I'll not trust your word.
What? Shall I hit her, strike her, kill her dead? Although I hate her, I shall not harm her so.
Hate me! What greater harm than hate? Am I not Hermia? Are not you Lysander? I have as been fair as I have ever while. Since night you have loved me, but yet since night you have left me. Why leave me? God forbid, in earnest shall I say.
I, by my life, and never to desire to see thee more, therefore be out of hope, of question, of doubt. Be certain nothing truer, 'tis no jest, that I do hate thee, and love Helena.
Oh, me! You juggler! You canker blossom! You thief of love! Why have you come by night and stolen my love's heart from him?
Fine in faith. Have you no modesty? No maiden shame? No touch of bashfulness? What? Will you tear impatient answers from my gentle tongue? Fie, you counterfeit, you puppet.
Puppet. Why so? Aye, that way goes the game. I perceive she hath urged between our statures. She hath compared in her height, her personage, her tall personage. She hath prevailed in him. Are you so grown in his esteem because I am so dwarfish and so low? How low am I, thou painted maypole? Speak. How low am I? I am not yet so low, but my nails can reach into thine. Ah!
I pray you, gentlemen, though you mock me, let her unstraight me. I was never cursed. I have no gift at all in shrewishness. I'm a right maid for my cowardice. Let her go. Perchance, you may think because she is something lower than myself that I can take her. Lower her again! Gentle Hermia, do not be so bitter with me. I evermore did love you, Hermia. Did ever keep your counsels, never wronged you, save that to love and to Demetrius. I told him of yourself into this wood. He followed you, and for love I followed him. And he hath chid me hence and threatened me to strike me, spur me, and to kill me too. So now, you will let me quiet go. To Athens I will bear my folly back and follow you no further. Let me go. You see how simple and how fond I am.
Why get you gone? Who is it that hinders you?
A foolish heart that I leave here behind.
What with Lysander?
With Demetrius.
Whoa.
Helen, be not afeard, she shall not harm you so.
No, sir, she shall not, though you take her part.
When she is angry, she is keen and shrewd. She was a vixen when we went to school. And though she be but little, she is fierce!
Little again. Nothing but low and little. Why must you suffer her to flout me thus? Let me come to her!
Get gone, you dwarf, you minimus of hindering not grass made, you bead, you acorn.
You are too officious in her behalf that scorned your service. Let her alone. Speak not of Helena. Take not her part. For if thou dost intend never so little show of love to her, thou shalt abide it.
Well, now she holds me not. Now follow if thou darest. To try whose right of thine or mine is most in Helena.
Follow. Nay, I'll go with thee, cheek by jowl.
You, mistress. All this coil is long of you. Now you're gonna have.
I will not trust you. No one will longer stand
my quicker for a fray, but my legs are longer though to run away! I am amazed and know not what to say.
Sit down, your honorable load. If honor may be shrouded in a hearse, whilst I awhile obsequiously lament the untimely fall of virtuous Lancaster. Poor, key-cold figure of a holy king, pale ashes of the house of Lancaster, thou bloodless remnant of that royal blood, be it lawful that I invocate thy ghost to hear the lamentations of poor Anne, wife to thy Edward, to thy slaughtered son, stabbed by the selfsame hands that made these wounds. Lo, in these windows that let forth thy life, I pour the helpless balm of my poor eyes. Cursed be the hand that made these fatal holes. Cursed be the heart that had the heart to do it. Cursed be the blood that let this blood from hence. More direful happy-tide that hated wretch, than I would wish to adder spiders, toads, or any creeping venomed thing that lives. If ever he have child, abortive be it, prodigious and untimely brought to light, whose ugly and unnatural aspect may fright the hopeful mother at the view, and not be heir to his unhappiness. If ever he have wife, let her be made miserable by the death of him, as I am made by my poor lord and thee. Come now towards Chertsey with your holy load, taken from Paul's to be interred there. And still as you are weary of the weight, rest you whilst I lament King Henry's course.
Stay! You that bear the course and set it down.
What black magician conjures up this fiend to stop devoted charitable deeds?
Villains, set down the course, or by St. Paul I'll make a course of him that disobeys.
My lord, stand back and let the coffin pass.
Unmannered dog, stand thou when I command! Advance thy halberd higher than my breast, or by St. Paul I will strike thee to my foot and spurn upon thee, beggar, for thy boldness.
What do you tremble? Are you all afraid? Alas, I blame you not, for you are mortal, and mortal eyes cannot endure the devil. Avaunt, thou dreadful minister of hell! Thou hast for power over his mortal body, his soul thou canst not have, therefore be gone.
Sweet saint, for charity be not so cursed.
Foul devil, for God's sake hence and trouble us no more, for thou hast made the happy earth thy hell, filled it with cursing cries and deep exclaims. Thou delightst to view thy heinous deeds. Behold this pattern of thy butcheries. Oh, gentlemen, see dead Henry's wounds. Open their congealed mouths and bleed afresh. Blush, blush, thou lump of foul deformity. For 'tis your presence that exhales this blood from cold and empty veins where no blood dwells. Thy deed inhuman and unnatural provokes this deluge most unnatural. O God, which this blood made us revenge his death! O earth, which this blood drinkest, revenge his death! Either heaven with lightning strike the murderer dead, or earth gape open wide and eat him quick, as thou dost swallow up this good king's blood, which his hell-governed arm hath butchered
Lady, you know no rules of charity, which renders good for bad, blessings for curses.
Villain, thou knowest no law of God nor man. No beast so fierce, but no some touch of pity.
But I know none, and therefore am no beast.
Oh, wonderful when devils tell the truth.
Oh, more wonderful when angels are so angry. Vouchsafe divine perfection of a woman of these supposed evils, to give me leave by circumstance, but to acquit myself.
Vouchsafe diffuse infection of a man, of these known evils, but to give me leave by circumstance, to curse thy cursed self.
Fairer than tongue can name thee. Let me have some patient leisure to excuse myself.
Fouler than heart can think thee. Thou canst make no excuse current, but to hang thyself.
By such despair I should accuse myself.
And by despairing shouldst thou stand excused, for doing worthy vengeance on thyself, which didst unworthy slaughter upon others.
Say that I slew them not.
Why then, they are not dead, but dead they are in devilish slave by thee.
I did not kill your husband.
Why then, he is alive.
Nay, he is dead, and slain by Edward's hand.
In thy foul throat thou liest. Queen Margaret saw thy murderous falchion smoking in his blood, the which thou once didst spend against her breast, but that thy brothers beat aside the point.
I was provoked by her slanderous tongue, which laid their guilt upon my guiltless shoulders.
Thou wast provoked by thy bloody mind, which never dreamt on aught but butcheries. Didst thou not kill this king?
I grant ye.
Thou dost grant me, hedgehog. Then God grant me too, thou mayst be damned for this wicked deed. Oh, he was gentle, mild, and virtuous.
The fitter for the King of heaven that hath him.
He is in heaven, where thou shalt never come.
Let him thank me that holp him to send him thither, for he was fitter for that place than earth.
And thou unfit for any place but hell.
Yes, one place else if you'll hear me name it.
Some dungeon.
Your bedchamber.
Ill rest betide the chamber where thou liest.
So will it, madam, till I lie with you.
I hope so.
I know so. But, gentle Lady Anne, to leave this keen encounter of our wits and fall somewhat into a slower method, is not the causer of the timeless deaths of these Plantagenets, Henry and Edward, as blameful as the executioner.
Thou art the cause, and most accursed effect.
Oh no, thy beauty was the cause of that effect. Thy beauty, which did haunt me in my dreams, to undertake the death of all the world, that I might live 1 hour in your sweet bosom.
I thought that, I tell thee, homicide. These nails should rend the beauty from my cheeks.
These eyes could not endure such sweet beauty's wreck. You should not blemish it if I stood by. As all the world is cheered by the sun, so I by that. It is my day, my life.
Black night o'ershade thy day, and death thy life.
Curse not thyself, fair creature. Thou art both.
I would I were to be revenged on thee.
It is a quarrel most unnatural to be revenged on him that loveth you.
It is a quarrel just and reasonable to be revenged on him who slew my husband.
He that bereft thee, lady, of thy husband, did it to help thee to a better husband.
His better doth not breathe upon the earth.
He lives that loves you better than he could.
Name him.
Plantagenet.
Why, that was he.
The self-same name, but one of better nature.
Where is he?
Here. Why dost thou spit at me?
Would it were mortal poison for thy sake.
Oh, never came poison from so sweet a place.
Never hung poison on fouler toad, Out of my sight, thou dost infect my eyes.
Thine eyes, sweet lady, have infected mine.
Would they were basilisks to strike thee dead.
I would they were, that I might die at once, for now they kill me with a living death. Those eyes of thine from mine have drawn salt tears, shamed their respect with store of childish drops. These eyes, which never shed remorseful tears, no. When my father, York, and Edward wept to hear the piteous moan that Rutland made, when black-faced Clifford shook his sword at him, nor when thy warlike father, like a child, told the sad story of my father's death, and 20 times made pause to sob and weep, till all the standers by had wet their cheeks like trees bedashed with rain. In that sad time, my manly eyes did scorn and humble tear. And with these sorrows could not thence exhale thy beauty had, and made them blind with weeping. Teach not thy lips such scorn, lady, for they were made for kissing, not for such contempt. If thy revengeful heart cannot forgive, lo, here, I lend thee this sharp-pointed sword, which, if thou will hide in this true bosom, and let the soul forth that adoreth thee, I lay it naked to the deadly stroke, and humbly beg the death upon my knee. Nay, do not pause, for I did kill King Henry, but it 'twas thy beauty that provoked me. Nay, now dispatch! 'Twas I that stabbed young Edward, but it 'twas thy heavenly face that set me on. Take up the sword again, or take up me.
Arise, dissembler. Though I wish thy death, I will not be the executioner.
Then bid me kill myself, and I will do it.
I have already.
Touch that was in thy rage, speak it again. And even with the word, this hand, which for thy love did kill thy love, shall for thy love kill a far truer love. To both their deaths thou shalt be accessory.
I would. I knew thy heart.
It is figured in my tongue.
I fear me both are false.
Then never man was true.
Well, well. Put up your sword.
Say then my peace is made.
That shall you know hereafter.
But shall I live in hope?
All the men I hope live so.
Vouchsafe to wear this ring.
To take is not to give.
Look how this ring encompasseth finger. So too does thy breast encloseth my poor heart. Wear both of them, for both of them are thine. And if thy poor devoted suppliant may but beg one favor at thy gracious hand, let us confirm his happiness forever.
What is it?
That it would please thee, leave these sad designs to him that hath more cause to be a mourner, and presently repair to Crosby Place, where after I have solemnly interred at Trusty Monastery this noble king, and wet his grave with my repentant tears, I will with all expedient duty see you. For divers unknown reasons, I beseech you, grant me this boon.
With all my heart, and much it joys me too to see you are become so penitent.
Bid me farewell.
'Tis more than you deserve. But since you teach me how to flatter you, imagine I have said farewell already.
Sirs, take up the course.
Towards Chirsty, noble lord?
No. To Whitefriars. There attend my coining. Was ever woman in this humor wooed? Was ever woman in this humor won? I'll have her, but I'll not keep her long. What? I that stabbed her husband and his father, to take her in her heart's extremest hate, with curses in her mouth, tears in her eyes, the bleeding witness of her hatred by having God, her conscience, and these bars against me, and I, nothing to back my suit at all, but the plain devil and dissembling looks, and yet, to win her, all the world to nothing! And she forgot already that brave Prince Edward, her lord, whom I some 3 weeks since killed in my angry mood at Tewkesbury. A sweeter and a lovelier gentleman, framed in the prodigality of nature. Young, valiant, wise, and no doubt right royal, the spacious world cannot again afford, and will she yet debase her eyes on me, that cropped the golden prime of this sweet prince, and made her widow to a woeful bed? On me, whose all not equals Edward's moiety, on me, that halt and am unshapen thus. My dukedom to a beggarly denier, I do mistake my person all this while. Upon my life, she finds, although I cannot, myself to be a marvelous proper man. I'll be at the charges for a looking glass, and entertain some score or two of tailors to study fashions to adorn my body. But first, I will turn yon fellow in his grave, and then return, lamenting to my love. Shine out, fair sun, till I have bought a glass, that I may see my shadow as I pass.
Pretend she cannot meet him. That's not so. Oh, she is lame. Love's heralds should be thoughts which 10 times faster glide than the sun's beams, driving back shadows for luring hills. Therefore do nimble pinion doves our love, and therefore hath the wind swift Cupid wings. Now is the sun upon the highmost hill of this day's journey, and from 9 to 12 is 3 long hours, yet she is not come. Had she affections and warm youthful blood, she would be in swift motion as a ball. My words would bend her to my sweet love, and his to me. But old folks, many feign as they were dead, unwieldy, slow, heavy, and payless. God, she comes. Clean her sweat news. Hast thou met with him? Now, good, sweet nurse. tell them merrily. If good, thy shameless the music of sweet news by playing it to me with so sour a face.
I am weary. Give me leave a while. Fie, my bones ache. What a jaunt have I had.
I would thou hadst my bones and I thy news. Nay, come, I pray thee. Speak. Good nurse. Speak.
JC, what haste? Can you not stay a while? Do you not see that I'm out of breath?
How art thou out of breath when thou hast breath? To say to me that thou art out of breath. The excuse that thou dost make in this delay is longer than the tale thou dost excuse. Is thy news good or bad? Answer to that. Say either, and I'll state the circumstance. Let me be satisfied. Is good or bad?
Well, you have made a simple choice. You know not how to choose a man. Romeo? No, not he. Though his face be better than any man's, yet his leg excels all men's, and for a hand and a foot and a body, though they not to be talked on, yet they are past compare. He is not the flower of courtesy, but I warn him gentle as a lamb. Go thy ways, wench. Serve God. What? Have you dined at home?
No. No, but all this that I know already. What says he of our marriage? What of that?
Lord, how my head aches. What a head have I. It beats as it would fall into 20 pieces. Oh, and my back. Oh, my back. My back. Oh, ooh. Oh, yeah, oh, ah. Oh, other side. Ooh. Hurry. Beshrew your heart for sending me about to catch my death with jaunting up and down.
By faith, I am sorry that thou art not well. Sweet nurse, tell me, what says my love?
Your love says like an honest gentleman and a courteous and a kind and a handsome and worn a virtuous. Where is your mother?
Where is my mother? Why, she is within. Where should she be? How oddly thou repliest. Your love says like an honest gentleman. Where is your mother?
Oh, gods! Lady dear, are you so hot? Mary, come up, I trow. Is this the poultice for my aching bones? Henceforth do your messages yourself.
Well, here's such a coil. Come. What says Romeo?
Have you got leave to go to Shrift today?
I have.
Then hie you hence to Friar Lawrence's cell. There stays a husband to make you a wife.
Really?
Now comes the wanted blood up in your cheeks. They'll be in scarlet straight at any news. Go to church, I must another way, to fetch a ladder by the which your love must climb a bird's nest soon when it's dark. I am the drudge and toil of your delight, but you shall bear the burden soon enough. Go, out to dinner, hie to cell.
Hide high fortune, honest nurse. Farewell.
attend her here and woo her with some spirit when she comes. I'll say that she rail, while I'll tell her plain she sings as sweetly as a nightingale. I'll say that she frown, well, I'll say she looks as clear as morning roses newly washed with dew. Say that she be mute and will not speak a word. I'll praise her volubility and say she uttereth piercing eloquence. If she do bid me pack, I'll give her thanks as though she bid me stay by her a week. If she deny to wed, I shall crave the day when I shall ask the banns and when be married.
In your dreams, you poisonous bunch-backed toad.
Ow! But here she comes, and now, Petruchio, speak. Good morrow, Kate, for that is your name, I hear.
Well, have you heard, but something hard of hearing. My name is Catherine, that do talk of me.
Oh, you lion faith. We are called Plain Kate and Bonnie Kate and sometimes Kate the Cursed. But Kate, the prettiest Kate in all Christendom, Kate of Kate Hall, my super dainty Kate. For dainties are all Kates, and therefore, Kate, take this of me, Kate of my consolation, hearing thy mildness praised in every town, thy virtues spoken of, and thy beauty sounded, yet not so deeply as to thee belongs. Myself am moved to woo thee for my wife.
Moved, in good time. Let him that moved you hither remove you hence. I knew you at the first you were immovable.
Why, what's a movable?
A joined stool.
Oh, thou hast hit it. Come, sit on me.
Asses are made to bear, and so are you.
Oh, women are made to bear, and so are you.
No such jade as you with me, you mean?
Alas, good Kate, I will not burden thee, knowing thee to be but young and light.
Too light for a swain such as you to catch, yet as heavy as my weight should be.
Oh, should be. Should buzz.
Well, tame, like a buzzard.
Oh, slow-winged turtle, shall a buzzard take thee?
I for turtles, he takes a buzzard.
Oh, come, you wasp, in faith you are too angry.
If I be waspish, best beware my sting.
My remedy is then to pluck it out.
I, if the fool could find where it lies.
Oh, who knows not where a wasp does wear his sting? In his tail.
In his tongue.
Whose tongue?
Yours if you talk of tails, and thus farewell.
What, my tongue in your tail? Whoop. Nay, come, Kate, I am a gentleman.
That I'll try.
I'll swear I'll cuff you if you strike again.
So may you lose your arms, for if you strike me, you are no gentleman. No gentleman and no arms.
A herald, Kate, oh, put me in thy book.
What is your crest, a coxcomb?
A combless cock, so Kate will be my hand.
No cock of mine. You crow too like a craven.
Nay, come, Kate. Come. Thou must not look so sour.
'Tis my fashion when I see a crab.
There's no crab here. Therefore, look not sour.
Oh, there is.
Then show it me.
Had I a glass, I would.
What, you mean my face?
Oh, well aimed of such a young one.
Oh, by St. George, I am too young for you.
Yet you are withered.
Oh, 'tis with cares.
I care not.
Nay, hear you, Kate, in sooth you say not so.
I'd chafe you if I tarry, let me go.
No, not a whit. I find you passing gentle. 'Twas told me you were rough, coy, and sullen. Now I find report a very liar. I find you pleasant, gamesome, passing courteous, yet slow in speech, and sweet as springtime flowers. Thou canst not frown, thou canst not look askance, nor bite the lip as angry wenches will, nor hast thou pleasure to be cross in talk. With mildness thou entertainest thy wooers, with gentle conference, soft and affable. Why does the world report that Kate doth limp? Oh, slanderous world. Kate, like the hazel twig, is straight and slender, and is brown in hue as hazelnuts, and sweeter than the kernels. Oh, let me see thee walk. Thou dost not halt!
Go, fool, in whom thou keepest command.
Did Diane ever so become a grove as Kate, this chamber, with her princely gait? Oh, be thou Diane, and let her be Kate, and let Kate be chaste, and Diane sportful.
Where'd you study all of this goodly speech?
It is extempore from my mother wit.
Witty mother,
Witless else your son.
Am I not wise?
Keep you warm.
Ah, marry, so I mean, sweet Catherine, in thy bed.
Will you? Nill you, I will marry you. Now, Kate, I have a husband for your turn. For by this light whereby I see thy beauty, a beauty that doth make me like thee so well, thou must be married to no man but me. I am he, am born to tame you, Kate, and take you from a wild Kate to a Kate conformable as other household Kates. Must and will have Catherine for my wife.
To be or not to be. That is the question. Whether 'tis nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or to take arms against a sea of troubles and by opposing, end them. To die, to sleep no more. And by sleep to say we end the heartache and the 1,000 natural shocks that flesh is heir to. 'Tis a consummation devoutly to be wished. To die, to sleep, a chance to dream. Aye. There's the rub. For in that sleep of death, what dreams may come when we have shuffled off this mortal coil must give us pause. There's the respect that makes calamity of so long life, for who would bear the whips and scorns of time, the oppressor's wrong, the proud man's contumely, the pangs of despised love, the law's delay, the insolence of office, and the spurns with the patient merit of the unworthy takes, when he himself might his quietus make with a bare bodkin? Who would vartals bear, to grunt and sweat under a weary life, but that the dread of something after death, the undiscovered country for who bore no traveler returns, pauses the will and makes us rather bear those ills than fly to others that we know not of. This conscience make cowards of us all. And thus the native hue of resolution that is sicklied o'er with a pale cast of thought, and enterprises of great pitch and moment. With this regard, their currents turn awry and lose the name of action.
Have you any commission from your lord to negotiate with my face?
Imagine I have said farewell already.
Who knows not where a wasp does wear his sting? In his tail.
Make me a willow cabin at your gate and call upon my soul within the house.
This is the woman, but not this the man.
Oh, brave monster, lead the way.
You dare easier be friends with me than fight with mine enemy?
Words to the heat of deeds, too cold breath gives.
Here, madam, at your service. Misery acquaints a man with strange bedfellows.
I pray thee, tell me then that he is well.
In form of purpose.
What dreams may come when we have shuffled off this mortal